Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joe Lockett. How y'all doing? Locked into your favorite evening ride, man. We're back. We're live today on the Joe Lockett Show. So, guys, we got so much to get into. We decided to go live today because it's so much going on in the world today. And I know you guys haven't heard from us in a while, but when it's world events and so much we haven't covered, nephew and I decided to go live today on the Joe Lockett Show. So come on in. Hey, Rachel, how you doing, baby? We're back. We're in the building. How you doing? Rachel's in the building. Rachel, thank you so much for always reaching out to us and checking on the shows and coming in on Coffees and Conversation and all other shows. Rachel, she's a man. Listen, when I say I got to give Rachel, I got to give her the champion for being a Locketteer. You know what I'm saying? She that girl. We appreciate you, Rachel. How you doing, baby? We love you and we miss you. So we thank you so much for everything that you always continue to do. Even when we're not live on our shows, Rachel is always liking the shows, inboxing us, man. So Rachel, shout out to you, baby girl. Shout out to you.
Nah, she the MVP. She MVP for real, for real.
Yeah. Man, that because we're so busy, I don't get a chance to answer everybody back. But when I do see people that I know that I see their stuff later on, it's because sometimes I see it late at night, right? Or when I'm going back through stuff and I see your stuff, and then one thing that pops up all the time is always is Shar, is Lady J, is Rachel, and who else? Nate Dogg be inboxing me some stuff. Nate Dogg be on point too, so I appreciate him too, man. So appreciate you guys. Don't think that we don't see it, but y'all, we do have a lot of stuff going on with different shows, and so we're working a lot. So we haven't been going live a lot. We're going to be not revamping the show, but we're going to kind of do some different things and let y'all guys know when our schedule is going to be. So what, nephew, I think we have talked about it, that we want to be at least live at least once a week on the Joe Lockett Show. We haven't set up, we haven't decided which day we're going to do it yet, because some days it may be Monday, some days it may be Friday, but we're at least going to be going live from this platform at least once a week is what we're looking at. So we'll definitely be keeping your guys locked in for that. What's going on, Victor? How you doing, man? Victor Sato, what's up, man? We got a lot to get into the show today, man. We doing politics today. We are doing entertainment news. We got a lot of stuff going on with that, and we may just jump into some relation because I was having a conversation, and I was talking with nephew, and I was just messing with him a little bit. But someone asked me, "How are you about hair, Joe?" And it was about hair under a woman's arm and all the other stuff. So we're going to get into that maybe later if we got time in the show today. But fellas, are you okay with women having hair on their legs? Fellas, are you okay with women having hair under their arms? Just asking, we're going to get into that a little bit later. How do you feel about the hair on the legs? How do you feel about, you laying up under and she got a bush up under that arm? Ladies, how you feel about having a dude having hair under his arms? I know ladies don't care about the hair on the man's leg. They like that.
I don't know, because manscaping is a thing.
Thank you, Victor. We are blowing up, man. We are blowing up. Victor said we blowing up. We are. Man, when I say nephew, I'm gonna go back to the hair thing, but Coffees and Conversations, man. Thank y'all so much. Honestly, Coffees and Conversations, man, is really doing its thing. We got some great guests. And nephew, they calling me the Larry King, and what was the other you call me?
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah, you Dr. Phil. You Dr. Phil. All right.
So why you calling me Dr. Phil, bro?
You got these folks unloading traumas, what they trying to manifest. you got these folks going into they inquiries of what they got going on during the day. Their feelings.
So y'all have a locked in, man. Make sure y'all go like the LIM Network on YouTube. You guys can catch that show every Wednesday, or it's on Facebook at Joe Lockett Show on Facebook. The reason why I don't do it on TikTok, because TikTok is only from the phone, and you guys will not get the full effect of what it really looks like. And so we were doing it on TikTok for a while, but it just didn't have the right feel. TikTok is more of a up close and personal, and I'm never looking at the camera if I'm on TikTok, and you can't see the other guests, or you can't hear them. So that's why we need you guys to lock in to LIM Network, where you see all our shows at, or Joe Lockett Show on Facebook, where you can catch all our shows at, a plethora of different shows that we got going on. Ray says she's glad she found us there, baby. We thank you. Glad you popped up. Victor said we're blowing up. Victor said he don't mind getting through some of that rough green grass. Oof, okay, Victor.
Victor crazy.
Shave everywhere except my head.
Okay, Victor crazy. That's crazy
with it, bro. Victor on one. What's up, Glory?
That's where it's work right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Know, but I like I know we got a lot of stuff to get, but I'm with the woman being shaved. You know what I'm saying? The less hair, the better for me.
The less hair, the better.
Because hair holds odor.
You.
And I don't like odor. But I cannot deal with a woman who got hair on her arms for sure.
You also won't deal with her if she's sweaty. So
I don't mind her being sweaty. She can be sweaty if she go take a shower. She got to take a bath before she get in bed with me. And me too. The hairy legs is a no for me, bro. It's an absolute no for me. Now, if you missed
I can get past the legs.
If you missed a day or two because you were busy, I'm cool. But you just can't be walking around with hairy legs and thinking that I'm gonna holler at you, bro, as a woman. I'm not doing it.
Where?
No, bro, I ain't doing it.
Look, as long as she ain't bushing under the arms, I'm pretty straight. I can get past it.
What about the VJJ?
As long as you're not bushing, I can get past it.
I say keep it trim. You gotta keep it trim. I'm cool with the woman who got the little trim at the top, but then around the area that is clean. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going in for dessert, I need to be clean, bro. I need to be clean.
You say going in for dessert.
You're going in for dessert, I need to be clean. You know
You're
what I'm saying?
A freaky man.
Yes, I am. I'm single. But you know, did you meet my new girlfriend?
No, you talking about Miss AI pop up?
No. Did you meet my new girlfriend?
No. Wait, who is this?
That's Sophia.
Phil?
That's Sophia.
Sophia.
That's Sophia.
Sophia.
Yeah.
No, I ain't synced it her yet.
You synced them. She was kissing on me on social media.
Ah, get on. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get on, bro. AI girl. Yeah. No. I haven't met her yet. She ain't graced herself to come to the studio.
She's Sophia.
Sophia. Not Sophia.
Sophia.
Yeah, you a freaking man.
So for everybody, hey, Ann, disrespectful. What Ann saying I'm disrespectful for?
I guess the hair women.
Oh, hair women. And if you're a hairy, I can't do you, baby. I can't. I'm sorry, Ann.
Ann is not on that type of time.
And we can't do it. Hey, I shave under my arms. I say me and my boy, you know what I'm saying? I take him to grooming school. You know what I'm saying?
Grooming school?
Yeah, I can take him to grooming school, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you a plate full of hair. Don't give me one. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me no hair on my plate. I don't want no hair on my plate. And I definitely can't be under your armpits, man. And you know what I'm saying? You got me in a headlock with a bush on it. That ain't gonna work.
Look,
that ain't gonna work.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Be like, what's up, partner?
Now, like I said, I understand if you didn't shave for a day or two, you've been busy. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm cool with that. But if that's just your regular style, because I see some women trying to bring back the 70s, that ain't gonna work.
They bringing back the 70s.
No, they trying. they bro. I see things on social media, right? And women are trying to bring back the 70s. Some women are like, it's hair. No, it's just hair. No, you're right. It's hair.
That might. I don't usually do this. That might be that age gap thing right there.
No, bro.
I ain't never not around my age.
Okay, now I like Rachel, but I'm in love with Rachel. You know what Rachel just said on TikTok?
No, what she said. I can't even pull up TikTok right now.
I shave very well. Yeah, well.
Oh, okay. So she like us.
Let me go ahead and drink the Rachel.
She like us.
Let me go. I'm gonna get a big tall glass of Rachel right now.
Big tall glass of Rachel. Yeah. Okay.
Don't hate that, bro. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you shave and you smell good, you know what I'm saying? Just smell fresh. You know what I'm saying? Just smell fresh. Because I work on that. Freshness. It's summertime, bro.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
It's summertime. You got to take multiple baths and multiple showers. And you got to use the right. Do not go to the dollar store and bathe.
We got to start.
It's Monday. Do not go to the dollar store and bathe, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is Joe Locker Show. We got so much to get into today.
No.
We may be going to World War III.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Laugh now to cry later.
Yeah. Hit a bomb on race bases. Victor say you have to be careful with the red heads. That's how you get gingivitis. Boy, stop. Victor.
What is he on?
Victor, what the fuck wrong with you, bro?
What the crowd?
Hey, TikTok lit today, man. We just getting back and y'all on it. All right, so you guys are locked into your favorite eating right. We're back in the building today. We got a lot of stuff we're going to cover today, from politics to entertainment news to hell. It's the Joe Locker Show. Let's get it, nephew.
All right, bro.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhanger.
Love it. I just love it.
All righty. First things first, let's go ahead and get into some basketball. Because the finals just ended. To stop from copyright, since it's coming back, I already have my my soundboard is dead. So but I have to slow down on that.
What was the soundboard? The computer dead?
Yeah. I got the charger at the house. I thought I had it in my bag. But
I thought the computer did that, but okay.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm about to slow down on my favorite one though, since they're bringing it back with the same tune. So she got to, I don't want no copyright for nothing from NBA.
Yeah.
So the Thunder is the NBA Finals
put some
champions.
respect on their name. OKC.
The Thunder.
Yeah. Oklahoma Thunder is the champions of the National Basketball Association League, sir. Put some respect on them boys' name. Don't play with them.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I was rooting for him.
I wasn't.
I was going for Shea.
I wasn't. I wasn't. I was not. I really wanted the Pacers to win. In my heart of heart, I didn't think they could.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw Buddy,
they could.
I didn't.
You didn't think they could?
No, I didn't. I look, if y'all watch Heavy Talk, I'm on the record for saying I thought they was gonna lose.
How?
Because Oklahoma City all throughout the board is a better team.
Yeah,
all throughout the board. So that's why I didn't think they could win.
Because
they were going against a better team. No, you mixing up what I'm saying. I didn't think
Oklahoma's a better team. Yes,
and I said I didn't think the Pacers could win. That's what I was saying.
Oh, you think the Pacers?
You was mixing up where I was coming from.
No, I thought you said you didn't think Oklahoma could win.
No, I didn't want them to win.
Oh,
I didn't want them to win.
Okay.
I felt like they could win, but I was rooting for the Pacers. I just knew they couldn't because it was going against a better team.
Oh, okay.
But that was hey, they was the better team until last night, 8 minutes in. That boy Tyrese Halliburton,
he was 3 into the death.
Man, he was going good until he got hurt. But prayers to him too.
But I'm gonna say this: I still think they would have lost.
I don't know about that.
It would have been closer.
I don't know.
It would have been closer, but I still think they would have been lost. Because this is what
I don't know about that.
I think they would have lost.
Because what they showed for a great team like OKC, what exposed them was when somebody else set the tone. And Tyrese Halliburton, throughout that whole thing, when he chose to set the tone, they didn't lose against them. Now, granted, when he wasn't as aggressive, they lost pretty bad. And we saw the effect of that even when he got hurt. It's like, golly, They lost their lifeline. They lost a dude that's gonna create all of their shots. And then his aggression for what you got to account for, he gone now. You ain't got to worry about it. They got to play the most loose they have ever played all year for the finals. Folks was tuning in after the second quarter. They're like, man, all right, they won. They're like, they won, bro.
The game,
right,
the game was tight to the third quarter, bro.
Man,
Going to halftime, they was up. The Pacers was up one.
But this is what I mean by that. They was up one, but I'm saying OKC didn't have to account for one of the biggest factors no more. Yes, Pascal was gonna do his thing because he's championship pedigree, but the other pieces around them aren't able to create their own shot as well as anybody else. They really was using Halliburton for the times where Pascal wasn't the only one to go off. So that was just a run that you have to wait through. Once OKC went on their run, they already know they can't keep up.
But the only thing I'm gonna say about either one of those teams, they really can't play against. They didn't get a chance to face a veteran team that had been there before. There was two new teams. I saw a lot of things.
That's great.
It was awesome. I love what I saw. But if they were playing against the Warriors, if they was playing against who else I would say? I don't want to say the Lakers. Boston. I think they would have lost.
I told one of my family members, I was like, if this was Boston of last year,
if they played Boston, they would play against the Warriors, they would have lost. The Lakers, they maybe, but the Lakers and
I ain't
Boston,
putting the Lakers on there because they don't have the
they're there, but if they were playing against the Warriors, if either one of those teams were playing against the Warriors or the Boston Celtics, they would have lost.
I'm with you.
And here's the reason, because they're too stagnant.
And I also say Denver. Denver came out of a dog fight right into another powerhouse.
Those teams, what I realized with them last night was they don't have a team unless the other guy, the guy is doing his thing.
Pacers and Thunder?
Yeah. They don't have movement. They don't have a lot of movement. And so the Pacers' movement was better. They just didn't have any people to knock down shots. Oklahoma's KC, I don't think they'll be there next year. And here's the reason why. They're a great team.
You don't think they're going to be there? Mm-mm. Well, what, at the finals? No, I don't.
Unless they get better with the ball movement. Because what I saw, and that's the first game that I watched. Well, I didn't watch them throughout the season. I watched the finals last night. Oh, so when I watched them last night, their ball movement, their defense was so, but their ball movement, being able to get out of double screens, right?
No, I'm with you.
And the way I was seeing them being able to,
they got stuff to work on.
They need to work. They played against an inexperienced team in a moment where they was on their home court, right? So if they would have lost, it would have been shame on them, honestly.
This is my point,
especially without their superstar.
I'm with you. This is my point right here. Before we move on, there's gonna be two things. I double down on your take. I think they're gonna be a first round exit next year. Because
if they don't improve,
they need to improve. If they don't improve, and not to say they ain't got a puncher's chance. You get into the playoffs, you got a puncher's chance. Yeah. But the West is finna be loaded.
Yeah, I agree
the East is going to be wide open. They keep framing that for you, but if you don't, if you're just a basketball casual, let me let you know right now. In the East, you can pick your hat. Pick your hat.
But you know who the scare is going to be next year? To me,
Mavericks.
the Mavericks. No.
Oh no, not no more. Not no more. Probably other team
in the Lakers. And here's the reason why I say no. The reason why I say this. Listen to me. They have changed owners.
Because Genius all the thing with 10 bill.
No, listen, 10 bill, not 10 mil. Okay.
I said 10 bill.
Okay, so
I said 10 bill.
So here's the thing. New owners
owns owns the Dodgers.
Owns the Dodgers. They are champions. They know how to pick. They know how to pick pedigree.
They just got bigger wallet.
No, exactly. So what I'm saying is they scary because we don't know what they're going to do. Because you already got a core with LeBron with experience, Luka with who he is. The Dodgers, the owner ain't scared to go out there and get what's needed.
First off, I'm not putting it past LeBron to just spontaneously call off.
He's not.
I'm just saying, I'm not putting it past him. I don't think he will either. But
the only way if you don't like new management,
this the other part. because they didn't change no management for real, for real. She just moved down to another board seat that she get paid for now. But
when she changed, man, she don't have last say so.
She don't.
Yeah. So they
the other part to that though, as big as Tinseltown is, because it is, there ain't no getting around it. It's Laker Town. But here's why I'm not so like optimistic on anything Laker. They don't have a team anywhere. They would have to construct it in a way not for Luka and LeBron, for just Luka. Because Bron, you're getting them there, but you're not keeping them with LeBron. Who brought
the Dodgers, right?
Magic.
As I said, but I truly see at the end of the day,
Magic doing something.
Magic is a basketball player. He knows what Luka needs. He knows
this the thing with that. As well as I'm with you on that, Magic is a quitter when it get hard. Magic is a quitter when it get hard.
I can't say that because
he quit when he was a coach. He quit when he had the operations. He quit when he was GM.
No, but I'm gonna say he quit
when it get hard and he can't have the last say so.
No, I don't think so. I think Magic quit when he knows that at the end of the day that's not for him to do. When he's in the position, because he went. Magic have
when he go out of his way to get to position, they ain't gonna say no to Magic. That's Magic.
But again, you gotta look at him in business. You gotta look at him as a basketball player. He wins. The things that he figured that he can't win in, he put better. He move out the way and let other people do it.
Okay. I wasn't going. We don't forget that lie in. Put better people in position. No, he didn't put better people. He put a scapegoat. He put other people there that want to be there more.
When I look at Magic. If I'm doing what I'm doing and I see I'm not fit for this or this is not going to work the way I can do it the way I want, that I feel it need to be done, Magic moves out the way.
But to other eyes, to unbiased eyes, that look like you quit when you pick something that you want and you see that you can't do it the way you like it. That's what it looked like.
I don't know if that look like a quitter, but that's realizing that hey, this ain't
Joe, because nobody put him out of any of these positions. He goes out of his way.
So
to say, you know what, bro?
I'm tapping out. So, but again,
I quit.
But that's a good.
He walks off.
But to me, that's a good businessman knowing that this is not going to be a successful venture.
That's not a good businessman.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Because if you invest a whole bunch of stuff in a lot of stuff into things and you just drop it off, you're not taking the same plus and minus that you're putting into it.
Why not?
Versus you investing into it, Joe.
But when he did his talk show, when it wasn't working, he walked away. When he was the coach, he walked away. Okay,
hold on, but let's look at where he was. He wasn't the best in any of those positions, and like you said, hold on, but like you said, he wants it to be framed in his way,
and he realized that it wasn't, so he walked away. I'm gonna say a good businessman know when to walk away from a bad deal. Sometimes you make a bad deal for yourself that's not good, bro.
Okay,
so, like I said, when I look at Magic, bro, the things that he knows are good, he sticks with it.
Bro, I still quit him.
His movie theaters. He made money. When it was no longer making money, he got rid of them. Starbucks, when he had to deal with them, he did it when it was. But that's business.
This is making my points.
No, but he's not. But you're saying he's a quitter. I'm saying it's a smart business move. Some people stay in and they lose. He walks away and he don't lose at the end of the day. So I'm just saying at the end of the day, I don't look at Magic as being a loser. I look at him as being smart.
I didn't say he was a loser. I say he's a quitter.
I don't look at him as being
How can you
quit when you realize that it's not for you?
Because we have to also put past, you can realize that it's not for you all day. I ain't arguing that point. I am arguing how you choose to get out in the circumstances that you're given. Because it's not like you're prevailing through or it's obvious that you didn't have no way in. No, you was a valued component in a whole bunch of fields, whether that be your manager position, whether that be you coaching, because if you go by statistics on him coaching, he didn't really have no losing record. He just didn't like how things was being placed for him.
And again, that's a small business.
That's move. Everybody in the field when you get into it and you go out of your way to choose it.
But here what I'm saying is,
I can get it if he was just placed in these places.
But you got to understand.
But he has. Okay,
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. But what I'm gonna say to you, nephew, is this here. That's like Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson. These guys come in with a different type of pedigree. They understand. They could understand when the waters is not right for them. They're not going to stay there and try to make something work when they feel like I got to fight an uphill battle.
I'm not arguing.
So that's why I say.
Hold on, but I don't want to confuse.
So the liberty that they walk away.
That is Magic Johnson.
He said Magic Johnson with the Lakers. He said I walked away because Jenny Bush is my friend. I seen where it's gonna become a problem. He walked away.
I'm not arguing that.
So he's not a quitter. That's all I'm saying.
That's still a quitter. That's still a quitter in my book.
In your book. Okay, let's move on then. Let's move on.
Now, outside of basketball, I don't know which way
Somebody
I want to go.
My
with
mic
this.
is low.
No, it's definitely not. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, your mic is definitely not.
I'm like, if anybody else said my mic low, that's a goddamn problem in America. Iran,
in
Israel,
America.
Anyway, America.
No, we finna win.
All right, guys, we got a lot.
We
got to stay locked in. That was the NBA Finals. Congratulations to the Oklahoma.
Congratulations to the Thunder, man.
What we got? What's up next?
Up next, we got to backtrack a little bit because we got to catch up on some news. I was trying to see. Do you know your boy was in some trouble?
My boy,
your boy.
Who's my boy?
TP.
What the fuck is toilet paper? The hell are you talking about?
Don't do that. Don't do that. He's not toilet paper.
He
not yes. Because I remember our conversations on TP.
Oh, Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Stop it. You used TP before.
No, but TP, crazy. I'm hearing something about
he's in the middle of a lawsuit,
which he shouldn't be in my humble opinion.
In your humble opinion. If for those who don't know, Tyler Perry, a few days ago.
About a week ago.
Yeah, TP. He's in a lawsuit for various things. I won't just too much with it. He's in a lawsuit for SA and harassment.
Sexual assault and
harassment. Now, I'm not going into those wild. Hey, if you want to do your research on the text messages, Shannon Sharp should have been your cue this year. Dude, we are not covering nothing detailed in text messages. Please do your due diligence.
But I'm gonna say the text read that crap. The only thing the text messages really say that we saw that I've read on Tyler Perry was
he's just a freaky man.
He's freaky and possibly gay.
No, it's not no possible.
Okay, but I'm saying
not no possible. That's the only thing.
But again,
we going in the same direction there.
Yeah. So again, when I look at what the text messages say, right, it ain't nothing that we did not know or kind of suspect about him. If that's the case,
this.
But again, his preference is not my business.
No, it's not.
Honestly, I wish he really would. Honestly, this is what I wish for TP. And you don't have to give anybody the justification. You don't have to care about me. I get it. But put the rumors to rest, bro. This is 2025. If you like
that big a deal,
if you like both ways, or if you like men's better, that's on you, bro. You still make great movies, and sometimes you make movies that's a hit or miss. You still Tyler Perry at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? People are going to criticize you for whatever you do. This is the problem I have with this situation with Tyler Perry.
Okay.
We don't critique any other movie director besides him. This is the problem I have with it. Seriously. Steven Spielberg, Marcus Swayze, all these other cats, bro. We don't look at their sexuality with the things that they do, who they're doing it with, but you come after Tyler Perry for what? It's us that's coming after Tyler Perry because of, the movies that he make, the dress that he put on. But tell me what you know about Steven Spielberg. Tell me what you know about him. They went after Spike Lee, you know what I'm saying, when he made certain movies. You know what I'm saying? We are our worst critics about our heroes that's putting us in movies. And Tyler Perry is paying people more than they ever been paid before. And we still ain't happy.
Hold on, Joe.
Stop, man.
Dog it, man. I knew you was going to go this way. All right, Lee. Why we can't just agree without having an argument? That's what I don't like about you. Why we can't just agree without having an argument? I was with you until you went into the criticism point. He can have criticism. Now, getting deep into his story, if we going on what's going on right here, we on the same page. I already thought he was gay. Okay, I didn't really need the confirmation. I mean, it's hilarious now I see your taste, but I didn't really need the confirmation. And honestly, I don't think Buddy got a case. If you again do your research, if you read the text messages,
bro, everything consensual.
that's not as damning as Buddy's trying to make it put.
No,
And he keep trying to frame it as if he was under duress.
No, he's mad because you ain't got the opportunity you thought you were gonna get because you did whatever you did with this man.
And if you go through the text messages, you got a lot of opportunities. Hold on.
No,
I don't want to talk about that part, but because it sound away. But he did get a lot of opportunities.
But you in these movie roles to build, because what people don't realize is I don't care who you're sleeping with. For you to be known, Tyler Perry can't say, Oprah Winfrey can't say, okay? Shannon Sharp can't say, Stephen A. Smith can't say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Nephew, you're that guy. Everybody goes spend money with you. You have to build your brand. And then you have to branch off and be able to do your own thing after that. Right? Because again, I didn't know old Buddy until he put out the lawsuit.
Yeah. And
now again,
I ain't watched the old.
I'm not gonna say I don't watch none of this stuff, but again, I didn't know who he was. But bruh, $260 million. When you going back and forth and talking to this man,
no, he heard his net worth and he was like, yeah, let me get a little bit of that.
I'm gonna say this: I'm a little sick and tired of everybody that's going after celebrities for a money grab. If you got a problem with these people, go for criminal charges. Why are you going for silver suits? Why? If you really got a problem, and I'm just being honest, if you really hurt by this and you want criminal charges, go to criminal court. Don't try to get no money out of this. Get the person put in jail. If it really is a damn problem, somebody really did this to you, I don't give a damn about no money somebody hurt me. I don't care. If you hurt me, you hurt my family, I want you to go to jail. Damn the money.
I can't speak to that.
I can. I don't care about the money, bro. If you hurt me, bro, I want you off the streets. I want you gone. If there's money and something to be awarded after that, that's fine. But I'm not going to just get money and you still walking around? You still walking around to do this to other people? Oh, no. No. I'm not with that myself personally. But go ahead.
But yeah. I as far as those are accounted for, I don't think it's as much of a case. But past that, yeah. Tyler Perry is not above any type of discourse or any type of criticism to his stuff that might be baseful. Now getting into private life,
I don't care.
But Tyler Perry is an open book. He talks about his private life in public.
But that's a grown man.
Okay.
It's not a child, right?
Okay.
I don't care. So again,
I mean, but if he offers up this information, then
whether he offered it up or not,
that's up to public opinion at that point.
I don't care if Tyler Perry is gay. I think he.
No, I was just speaking to the criticism point. Not related to his lawsuit.
Okay.
Yeah, lawsuit aside, we on the same page.
Okay.
But yeah. I ain't think it was nothing. Most folks ain't assume. I mean, your Medea outfit.
What does that have to do with what he's doing for our culture? What he does behind closed doors and who he do it with, bro.
I mean, but how you frame him outside of being somebody revolutionary, I don't think nobody deeming him the heroes of our culture. I think they'll give that more to Oprah than they would him.
I'm gonna give it to Oprah and I would give it to him because again, where else can you go and our black actors in America, actresses and actors, can get paid their worth?
And then hold on, that's the other thing. They get paid their worth thing. And this don't sound bad. Getting paid our worth don't always mean that's gonna be high. And for some of the folks that he did pay, it could be assumed that he overpaid. So,
like who?
I mean,
you mean what? Be specific. Don't just be throwing shit out.
I mean, I can go through. I can go through now.
I can go through.
Let me just go to his actors list.
Go ahead. Go to the actors list.
Let me go to his actors list.
Go ahead.
But for some of the
I want names.
I'm sure you can be like, hey,
no, who gonna say they got overpaid? Cause you threw that on the stove, sir. You threw that.
I
on
know I
there.
did. I know I did.
So okay, so you
I
just
know I
stepped into
did.
this one. So I'm finna sip my tea and let you go ahead and wallow in this shit.
Wallow. I'm
Yeah.
not the only one that say these things.
Okay, who got overpaid?
Oh, let me go to these at this list.
I'm finna look like T Mac went on when Scottie Pippen was talking about who the GOAT.
He
Go
was
ahead.
not drinking nothing there.
Yeah, he was. He was
Oh.
sipping out of a coffee mug. I'm just happy sipping out of a wine glass.
Perry.
You should know this off the top of your head since you think somebody got overpaid. Who you think he overpaid?
No. I got to go back to his
But who you think he overpaid?
his actors list.
Okay, but who you think he overpaid? That's black.
I could go with an easy one though.
Go ahead.
Some of the roles that Cookie was in. Taraji.
You think he overpaid her?
Mm-hmm. I not the latest one because I didn't see.
Hold on, you think he overpaid her?
Yeah.
Or you think she's not worth? You think she's not worth what he paid her? You know
For some of the roles, yeah,
bruh.
some of the roles, yeah.
Okay, so let me say this.
I didn't see. I can speak for myself, sir.
Okay, you
I can speak for myself.
Okay, but let me
sir.
say this. Regardless of the role that she played,
No. You asked my opinion.
I asked your opinion. That's
You
your
asked
opinion.
my
That's your
opinion. I
opinion.
mean, can I at least land on my opinion
Go ahead on,
before you
sir.
frame it for me? Like I said, I can
Go
speak
ahead
for
on, man.
myself,
Keep
sir.
sipping. Go ahead.
I didn't see the straw crap because
don't care.
I already
don't
was
care about
tapped
none of
out. I think the latest go round, he may have overpaid for her because the market that she was in, I think she got pity paid. Before like I said, I don't know what she got for the straw thing because I know she was featured in that. I know she did do work before then that everybody was talking about how she got undervalued and underpaid and stuff like that. And I thought that was more of a pity check for what they worked through. I didn't think it was nothing crazy, but I got to go back to the list so I can form my opinion.
Okay, so while you going through your list, I'm gonna say this about Taraji P. Henson, right?
Okay.
When you say pity or you look at this woman as saying that you think she got overpaid, let me say this here, bro. There are people in the industry. I'm just gonna give out one name: Tom Cruise.
Oh my God.
No,
he gets overpaid too.
No, but hold on. No matter where he goes, his price is his price. When you bring him in, that's the price he gonna get, regardless
He's
of
making one movie.
Tom
Cruise is not getting chopped out of anything outside of Mission Impossible.
Can I land now?
I got you, bro.
You got people like Meryl Streep. You got people like Denzel Washington. You got people, bro, when they're put in certain positions, regardless of what the role, they can just make an appearance. They still gonna get paid over a meal or a couple of $1 million just to make that appearance because they are who they are.
That's Denzel.
No, but what I'm saying is Taraji P. Henson.
It's not Denzel.
No,
stop.
Taraji P. Henson is Denzel for females, bro. Angela Bassett, yes.
Angela Bassett is the closest variation.
No. I'm gonna say, bro, man, you're gonna do vehemently this.
Oh hell no! Angela Bassett is the closest iteration, not Taraji. And I love Cookie, but stop it.
No, I'm not, bro. I can't.
Stop it.
I can't.
Stop that.
That woman. No. What I'm saying is, for what she said she was being paid in some of these other roles to appear was not fair to who she is and what she brings to the table with the black audience and the black women who like to watch to come see her. No. Tyler Perry paid her worth, right, for what she brings to the table and her talent. She is that woman.
Now, question.
Sure.
Since she is the example right now.
That's what you brought her.
I'm with you. I mean, she's a good example to me. I still think it's petty check. But this is why I say, before I go further, are we at an understanding before she got whatever money it is that we are disagreeing on that she was underpaid beforehand? Can we agree on that?
Yes.
This ain't the first go round that she had with Tyler Perry. She on what? Movie 8, maybe 10. And it took now to get paid your value.
That's not what that. See, you haven't been following. She been saying this.
Tell me something.
She been saying this day one since she worked with Tyler Perry. She said Tyler Perry, when she was just making small roles, Tyler Perry was giving her way more than big movie blockbuster movie was giving her.
Okay.
So Tyler Perry.
Hold on. Okay.
So,
we can go through the Taraji list now.
No, I'm saying when she worked with Tyler Perry and even in smaller roles, she said working with Tyler Perry from beginning even to now, she's been saying this. He paid her more than anybody has paid her for the role that she's doing with him.
Okay,
like
I can be wrong in that. I think I remember her saying that.
Yes, that's what she. This ain't just now. Okay, he paid her, I guess, significantly in this one, but she been saying this about Tyler Perry, bro, since day one. She started working with him. That for even the small roles that he saw her in, he was paying her more than people for those same roles. People were paying her way more. She was getting paid her worth. Where it's like when you look at the show Friends and you look at the show In Living Single, right? What they was making and what In Living Single was making, right?
Okay.
And that show was kind of patterned after In Living
No,
Single.
it was absolutely
so it's the same thing. So it's the same thing. Is like when you sit there and say paid their worth, it's the same thing. Because you got people in the industry, bro. Seriously. And I'm just being honest. This is just the industry of what it is. You look at what is it? Ion TV, what was that? TMB, whatever it was back in the day. When even with fucking Tubi, people use black people, and this is the honest God truth. They use black people to build the networks. They give black people the opportunity because black people are gonna watch they folks on TV, whether it's funny, whether it's comedy, whether it's trash talking, whether it's reality TV shows. They put those shows on because they're cheap. Once that network started to make money and people started watching that network, they eased them out and put in the Buffy Vampire Slayers and the Friends shows because now they got you and now they start bringing the white audience. The white audience don't go to new shows.
I'm not arguing that though.
So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to Taraji P. Henson, she was never being paid what she was actually worth to the people that she was working with. When she started working with Tyler Perry day one, he paid her for her skill set, for what she brought to the set, and what she was actually worth. You got new people to come in, bro, on these new TV shows making millions of dollars, and they ain't nobody. They ain't nobody. Taraji P. Henson been in this thing for years. And so because of her pedigree and what she brought to small roles or whatever with Tyler Perry, he always paid her worth from day one. Other people was never paying her worth. That's what she said. You can go back and check all the record books.
I'm sure she said that.
Okay.
My argument is for what I've seen her in. I speak for what I've seen her in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For the movies I've seen her in, it wasn't like she was no main cast.
It don't matter. Her worth. She don't got to be main cast.
Okay.
It's Taraji P.
So what made her worth that?
Because she's Taraji. Because
no, it ain't just because of your name.
No, bro,
your name track records to certain things too. And if I only seen you in supporting or co-starring cast,
Taraji.
I'll pay you for a co-star. I'll pay you for a support.
No, you pay Joe Lockett for a co-star. You pay
okay,
Taraji
but
P
what
for
is
Taraji
Joe
P.
Lockett to the market? That's my point. She's not Angela Bassett.
The marketplace to us and to women, Taraji P has always been that woman, bro.
For acting in period.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I don't know
what I'm saying. Keke Palmer, okay, Taraji P. Henson.
Keke Palmer ain't Taraji.
Hold on, what I'm saying. Holly Berry, all these other folks, bro. None of these folks was nothing until the Spike Lees of the world, the Tyler Perry, the John Singers has made them who they are. Let's be honest. They was in all these other movies, Monster Balls and all this other shit. They was in these movies, right? And they was getting paid bullshit money. When they went with Tyler Perry, okay, let's go to Cynthia Tyson. Right?
That's a good one.
Never paid her worth. Never made $1 million for one thing until she got with Tyler Perry. Never. Ever. Right?
Okay.
She rated just an appearance. Tyler Perry gave her $1 million plus whatever he gave.
And she got a Globe?
Don't matter, but I'm saying it's still her. So what I'm saying is
that matters.
Okay,
that matters for certain directors.
Maybe for you.
That matters for certain directors.
But for the black culture, bro.
Oh my God.
We got to give.
Hold on, bro. So is it for acting or is it just for black folks? That's what I need to know.
It's for
is
black
it
folks.
for acting or is it just for black folks?
It's for both.
No,
because,
it's not.
Yes, because bro, you got
Because it wouldn't apply to both.
Okay,
it
Jennifer
wouldn't apply to
Aniston,
both.
huh?
It wouldn't apply to both.
It will, bro. If Taraji P. Henson went back to the white folks on doing this thing, she ain't gonna get paid that money, even though she though Tyler Perry paid her that money.
That's why I asked. Are we talking just for black folks or just acting?
Listen to what I'm telling you. If Taraji P. Henson getting paid $1 million by Tyler Perry right now today, she go to the white folks, she ain't gonna get that.
No, she not.
Hold on.
No, she not.
Hold on. But when the white folks go over from the white folks, they been paid $1 million. They're not going to accept a less than $1 million when they go to Tyler Perry. They still gonna get paid there, or they're not gonna do it. That's the difference. That's the difference. She made $1 million here. She may, because there's no Tyler Perry on her roll for it right now. She may have to set less, but she's worth $1 million. The person over here that's getting paid $1 million ain't going to Tyler Perry and accepting less. Tyler Perry's gonna pay her $1 million.
So if we not making it a racial thing too,
it's right there.
I'm saying, because I asked you, are we making this a black
I
thing?
said both.
Or if we taking this
I said
acting?
both.
It can't be both.
It's both.
You made the example why it can't be both.
They both can be great actors, but if one goes to one place, they would get paid exactly what they're worth on both sides.
Then it
if
can't
one goes
be
to
both.
If one goes to
you're
the
saying
other,
the difference.
No, it's
you're
not
saying
the difference. But what's the difference? Their race.
My point. That's why.
Because it's
are
both.
We making this a black thing
Yes,
or an acting thing?
It's a both.
Because an acting thing, you can't
both,
be mad about who is getting negotiating the contract and who accepts or not. You can't be mad about that if you're not valued the same way to the same person that accepts.
Why are you devaluing them? Because of race.
My point exactly.
So
that's why I kept asking you, Joe. Are
you.
we making this a black thing or are we making this an acting thing?
I'm making
an acting thing has already shown you that. It's already shown you that.
We're gonna disagree. We're gonna agree this because I'm saying it both. Because
it's
they
not.
both come in as women, they both come in as actors. The only difference is that
the only difference is their race and how they are marketed and who accepts it. If she's going to the same person and getting a discount, that's like in the business thing. You mad because I got a contract that you got with another person and I'm getting more money? You mad because of that? Because I got accepted in the higher contract? That's where we'll take the race out. If we are actually talking about the black and white issue, then yes, I'm with you 100%. Especially when you use the old girl. I ain't got no defense for that. You right. And if I'm not mistaken, she has multiple awards under her belt for being co-2 star. Look, you got me there. But if we're not talking about the acting point, and that's where I look at with the acting point, if we're getting out of the black and white issue, you can't be mad about what you're getting in your contracts or your negotiations, because the same person, if he's willing to value them higher than you and you know you better, then you got to reevaluate who you actually get work with.
But here's the thing, bro. That's in this business, you should.
And we taking it the business way.
But if you're taking the business way, bro, you got to really look at it. If Tyler Perry don't have a role for you right now, Spike Lee or the John
or
Cena,
if it's another a better person.
But what I'm saying is, but they don't have the role of the budget for you right now, and you need to get paid because you need to keep working.
You gotta take a lower position.
Exactly. But here's the other part: with the white folks, they don't never have to worry about that because there's always things being created just for them. We don't have that luxury. Angela Bassett is our Meryl Streep of today, and she ain't nowhere on the pay scale of Meryl Streep. Denzel Washington is our Tom Cruise, but he's still not on the pay level of Tom Cruise. No, but listen to what I'm saying. He's not on the level of Tom Cruise when it comes to pay. He's not. They're not. We in Hollywood, we got our people who make their money, bro. And I'm not mad at it, but there is a difference. There is a difference. And thank God for Tyler Perry for what he's doing in the industry to set the record straight, where there is a medium where you can get paid your worth. Because guaranteed on the other side of the fence, they're going to make roles for other people. They're not going to make roles for you. They still stereotype the Denzel Washington. They still stereotype the Angela Bassett, the Halle Berry, the Taraji P. They still put them in certain roles.
As well as they stereotype other actors that are white. They do that too.
But they are stereotyped in roles that make them blockbusters or they make them franchise.
Everybody white ain't a blockbuster.
No, I'm not.
Everybody
about
white
but
ain't a
we
blockbuster
but
now.
we ain't talking about all black people. We talking about our superstars. We
Exactly.
talking about our superstars. Our superstars. Taraji P. Henson is a superstar actress.
Okay, you ain't got no dispute on me on that.
So that's what we're talking about. So we're talking about.
But there's tiers to superstar actors.
But I'm talking about her. Okay, I will put Taraji P. Henson. Who would I would say she was on the level as in the white community? What's a good comparison? Because I would say Angela Bassett would be Meryl Streep. Taraji P. Henson would be who? That appears in films.
I have no idea on the white side. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Chad, help me out. Who would Taraji P. Henson?
Who's a white counterpart to Taraji P. Henson?
I would probably say either.
I have no idea.
Reese Witherspoon. She makes her movies. Reese Witherspoon, you could say, no. I know who she is. Sandra Bullock. That's who she is.
You put her with Sandra?
Sandra Bullock, yes, for Speed, yes. Sandra Bullock and Taraji P. Henson, yes. They're the same.
Wait a minute.
Yes. Yes. I would definitely say Taraji P. Henson and Sandra Bullock, yes. 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 You don't think they're comparison?
Hold on. I'll look this up. Hold on, man.
You know Sandra Bullock is the one.
I'm looking it up.
The woman who did Speed with Morpheus. What's his name? Yeah, Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Matrix.
Yeah. No, not Miss Matrix.
She was in the Matrix.
Was she?
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock was in the
She was with Neo.
Sandra Bullock?
Yes. She was in the Matrix. Hold on.
No. Sandra Bullock wasn't in the Matrix. That was another woman in the Matrix.
Oh,
hey, Kate.
No. Blindside. That's what she was in.
Yeah, Blindside. Sandra Bullock.
And that
yeah. That's why I say Sandra Bullock and Taraji P. Henson. Yes. Yes.
Act just like acting chops.
Period.
Oh no,
bro. Like, no, we're not finna do this.
Acting chops.
You told me.
If we talking about acting chops, I got you.
They're the same. Like I said, comparison.
Acting chops.
We didn't say that about Meryl Streep and Angela Bassett. We said they're the same. We didn't talk about acting chops, do chop, nothing. Angela Bassett, Meryl Streep.
I don't know.
Taraji P. Henson, Sandra Bullock. They're the same when it comes to what they bring to a film. Sandra Bullock do what the fuck she does. Taraji P. Henson does do. Sandra Bullock gonna get paid her fucking money. Period. Come on, bro. Hey, Kate, what's going on, baby?
I don't know. I ain't finna. I don't know the agree on that. I don't know the agree on that. I'm sorry.
I know the degree. I'm telling you, Sandra Bullock and Taraji P. Henson, exact same. And she would not take no less. But if Taraji P. Henson went for a Sandra Bullock role, Sandra Bullock would get paid way more than Taraji P. Henson in that role. If
the same role,
the same motherfucking role. If Sandra Bullock went over to Tyler Perry, she would get her price.
Sandra Bullock.
See what I'm saying? And they on the same caliber for acting. Same caliber. If not, Taraji P. Henson is goddamn better than Sandra Bullock on many goddamn levels. Many goddamn levels. Sandra Bullock can't fuck with goddamn Taraji P, bro. Tell me the levels of Sandra Bullock, bro. She's great at what she does. Don't get me wrong, but she's stereotyped to who she is as that white woman that can play a mom. That can do. Taraji P can play any goddamn thing. You know Taraji P. Taraji P was in that movie.
Acting chops.
It's Taraji P over Sandra Bullock, but she gonna give Sandra Bullock gonna make way the hell more money than goddamn Taraji P. Period. And they will cast her in a leading role in a fucking movie over Taraji P. They will make a role for Sandra Bullock, but they won't make a fucking leading role for Taraji P. And to me, like I said, I like Sandra Bullock, but Taraji P ain't fucking with range. Oh no, she ain't fucking with TP at all. At the fuck all. No. The best Sandra Bullock can do is a maybe a mental patient, one white woman, mom, whatever, or a suburban mom. Taraji P can do superstar, she can do villain, she can do angry, she can do executive. She got fucking range across the fucking board. Taraji P would kick Sandra Bullock ass all day long, bro.
What's up, Sophie? Oh, wait. Yeah.
Oh, Kate said she just got to work up an ATL. What's up, baby?
I don't know.
Okay, bro. You
I
can
don't
say
know.
that. That's
Bird,
fine.
because she did Bird Box. That was a really good one. That Blind Side was probably her best work. And that would be your point on that one. Unforgivable was great. I know Premonition was a good one. But that's some of her younger works. Crash is crazy.
She did some. Sandra Bullock got some great movies, bro. She got some movies that wasn't so great, but she still got paid good in all those movies. What Taraji P. Henson problem is, like, I did some good movies and some bad movies, and I got paid like shit for shit movies, and I got paid like shit for good movies. The first time she really got paid was when Tyler Perry paid her worth. That's what I'm gonna say again. Taraji P. got paid her worth. Whether she was doing a cameo, she was the lead, or she was just in a movie just to be the second best or the third actor, she still got paid her work because she's a fucking Taraji P. That's what I'm saying. Sandra Bullock get paid Sandra Bullock money because she's Sandra Bullock. Taraji P is not getting that. Tyler Perry is the only person that did that. That's my only point to all this, bro. Period. And Taraji P deserved that.
Okay.
Black folks can't cross over. They can't do that.
No, they can't. They can't.
No, that's my only point. So Taraji P, I'm with her on that shit.
I don't stop Tyler Perry from his criticism on his work.
I mean, his work.
Don't stop that. Don't stop that.
But this is the thing I'm gonna say about even when it comes to his films. Do we critique other people's films that are ass as bad as we critique our own? And we don't.
They critiqued the mess out of Django, and that was great. They critiqued the mess. They crucified him.
They who? Was it us or the white folks?
Both. You had black folks doing think pieces because why is this white man able to write out the word nigga? And then they had other stuff with
you talking about that.
Yeah, and then they was like, you always have Samuel L. Jackson in a non-major role, but you have him in all of your films. They kept doing that to him.
Okay.
And that was like, if he is the star, he got a co-star. So other folks get criticism. That's just par for the course.
All right, I'm gonna turn it over to you for a sec.
Now, next,
go ahead. Pull up what's next.
Oh man, you ain't gonna turn it over to me on no freaking Trump.
I'm coming back.
Oh, I was in this. Hell, let me find something else. We ain't finna touch that one yet. We ain't finna touch that one yet. You finna take that Trump one all day. Now, next up, it's looking like it's Christmas everywhere we go. So Jim Jones was going back and forth with Mr. Shannon Sharpe off of comments that he made recently. Okay, so first things first, let me go ahead and get this pulled up. Now, I will say, I'm kind of on Shannon Sharpe's side, but Jim don't make such a bad argument. If you guys have been keeping up with Jim Jones as of recently, he made some very wild statements in comparison to him and a guy by the name of Nostradamus, Nasty Nas. You feel me? So let me go ahead and get his stuff pulled up. It's probably gonna be playing off of my phone. Please excuse the audio. But this was an interaction with Shannon Sharpe and Mr. Jim Jones on the topic of him being compared to Nas. Him, and I quote, saying, "My son can't tell you one Nas record." This is him in response to someone asking Jim Jones as far as relevancy and who in the market. Before I go into that point, because Jim's whole point of why Nas isn't as big or as important or relevant in his words as he is right now in the market, honestly, he was already wrong by saying he was on the list of folks not active, because Nas is definitely active. But yeah, relevancy is probably a bad word for Jim. Relevancy is a very, very, very bad word for Jim, because if you know about Jim Jones, not the fighter, but the rapper, he like one of them New York niches. I wouldn't even say he like one of those in New York. Now, don't get me wrong. Jim is a dog. He absolutely nasty out there. But I'll say like how other hip hop analysts are putting it. In no type of hip hop conversation should Jim Jones even be mentioned in the same breath as Nas. In no aspect. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. There should be no aspect where they are mentioned in the same breath because they not the same type of rapper. They're not. It's completely unfair and disrespectful to Nas just to mention him in that same breath. But let Mr. Jim Jones get into it himself. Let me make sure I get this turned up on my end. Again, excuse the audio. Here we go.
Jim Jones, how about you let's break this down. I admire Nas. But remember, Nas' first record, The Barbecue, came out when I was in 11th grade. So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like you did, came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan. Period. I'd never take that away from him. But then as I got in the game, you got to realize that your rivals would be idols, and not to take anything away from that. I developed my own style and my own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation. We're talking about 94, 93 when I was in 11th grade. It's 2025. There's a big gap there, you know what I mean? And I want people to understand that. So when Shorty's telling people that, yeah, he's 20-some years old, that goes to show the part of the era that he's in, that I came and started going crazy that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03.
Not all of them. Some of them know. But
You know what I mean?
some of them know. Yes.
But it's that.
Some music. No, some kids that.
No, I love that. Some kids that love hip hop.
20, so I mean.
But your kid, he's your son.
He's your son.
He's your son.
No, but he knows.
My son can't tell you one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
let's keep it a buck. You heard? Let's keep it a buck because you'll bring it up. There must be some type of misconception or what's that word? When it comes to Jim Jones and what Jim Jones have done in this game. A lot of these rappers,
we made him take the darkies off.
A lot of these rappers have done a tremendous job, and I take nothing away from them.
Shout out Jada Kids, man. You say you agree?
I agree. I agree to the point of if you ask these younger, this generation from 15 to 20 who Nas is, most of them probably would not know. But they're not gonna know Jim Jones either. That's just because these kids are not hip hop heads. They know whatever these young, they know the kids, they know the rappers of the day. They don't know their history. They don't know Mace. You know what I'm saying? They may know Biggie and Tupac, but they don't know Nas. Nas ain't been out, but Nas is a businessman now. He's a grandfather in what he did the way he did it back in the day. I get who Nas is. Is Jim Jones on Nas level? No. The only thing Jim Jones and Nas got in the same common thing that people, these young kids, they don't know neither one of them. That's all they got in common. But is Jim Jones on the Nas level? Nowhere near it. No. Even back in the day when Nas was hot and Jim Jones was hot, we still didn't know who the fuck Jim Jones was. We knew who Nas was. So Jim Jones is nowhere near Nas, but he's right when he say that if you ask the average young kid, 13 to 15 years old, who Nas is, they don't know. No. How about you ask them who the fucking Jim Jones is? They don't know either. And if you Google them, Nas would come up a hell of a lot faster than Jim Jones would.
I'm with you on that. My irritation comes with doubling down harder on it.
Well, I mean,
they're gonna know who Nas is before Jim Jones.
For sure.
But that's why it feels wild for him to say that about the younger folks. Like I said, he is New York. I want to make sure to give him respect because he's one of those. But he is also one of those in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Nas is one of those just in hip hop.
Yeah.
How I figured out about Nas was through a 2K game. That's basketball. he's been in every 2K game since. Well, outside the new one, but since there is kids that is young that do know who Nas is. He is still active. He dropped 2 albums, I think, 4 years ago?
I would say like this, at the centers
that went crazy.
I would say it like this, nephew. At the centers that I work here right now doing the summer, if I went in and asked those kids that are 10 to 13 years old, they're not going to know Nas.
They not going to.
They're not going to know Jim Jones.
But when I hear young
2K, if they, what I'm saying is, into 2025, neither one of them is known. But when you go back through history, which one is known the most? Of course, it's Nas. Jim Jones don't compare. But he does. He's making a factual statement. If you ask the generation today, or his son, or hell, if my daughter was here, or if you had kids, they were like, Nas who? You can ask kids, bro. Sometimes you can say some shit like MC Hammer or even Michael Jackson. They be like, who? These young kids don't know Prince.
You don't know who Michael Jackson is crazy.
But these kids don't know Michael Jackson and Prince, bro. Some of them, you can play some stuff or say some stuff to these kids. They're like, what? You say Salt and Pepper, they say who?
Nah, I know they ain't gonna know.
But what I'm saying is,
I know they ain't gonna know that.
But if you say LL Cool J, who? Okay, if you say Slick Rick, who? What? So again, these young kids are not hip hop aficionados, right? They are kids who listen to music, enjoy it, but they know what they know in this day and age. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Drewski.
I don't even know if Nicki on that spectrum with them.
It may not be, but what I'm saying is, this shows you where this generation is, and I would love to see in 20 years, is people still going to remember these rappers, or they're going to be an AMG.
Hip hop is going to be dead and gone. So
I believe, but I'm saying, what you see today is these folks going to end up like a Tone Loc or AMG. You know what I'm saying?
They probably don't even get the reference.
That's what I'm saying.
They probably don't even get the reference.
But because if you don't know who AMG is, you know what I'm saying, and Tone Loc, you know what I'm saying? If they don't understand Wild Thing, y'all remember that? Right? So again, you have those one-hit quitters, EPMD. You say EPMD to these younger rappers, but they have no idea. But a lot of the music that they listen to is from
very much inspired,
right?
And very much sampled.
Eric B and Rakim. Come on now.
They stay sampling. I ain't no joke.
But what I'm saying is, think about what we're saying here. If it ain't Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West, blah, 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 they're not going to know, because in this day and age, it's not important to read the album cover, because there is no album cover. Okay? It's not important to know the artist. You just need to know the music, the song. You may know Kendrick Lamar because of what he did, but do they know Kendrick Lamar himself?
No.
Did they pick up the physical CD and see the pictures and go through the storyline and the project that it was all about?
And honestly, they the last generation to do that. Kendrick, Cole, Drake, they the last ones to have. That's what I'm saying. So everybody now, bro, nobody else outside of their generation
it's not
ever seen purchasing.
But this is what I'm gonna say is, what I love about today is a person like Jim Jones can have the conversation on a platform and get people talking about him compared to Nas.
No. Marketing, Jim is one of them.
You know what I'm saying? So
he also have history with Nas. He got beef with Nas. So that's why it seems like.
But still, for him to even, because Jim Jones is irrelevant to me. Honestly.
Yeah.
The only reason why somebody probably listened to the interview is because Jim Jones said Nas. If Jim Jones was talking about what Jim Jones going through with his kids and all of the trouble he'd been in all of day, don't nobody give a fuck, because that's who Jim Jones is. The problem I see with Jim Jones in this situation here, y'all let me know in chat what y'all doing. What's up, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, how y'all doing? We live today on the Joe Lockett Show. No one has said this, but I've seen.
Okay.
That Shannon Sharp if interviews has fallen to a Jim Jones.
Oh wait, do you want me to play that with them too?
No, I'm just saying, but for me, when I saw it,
because Jim kind of got him. I ain't gonna lie.
No, but Jim kind of got him. All for show. But for me, what Shannon Sharp was doing before and now,
he fell off.
You at Jim Jones, bro. And it's like nobody wants to come to your show now but Jim Jones.
The difference a year make.
No, a difference in a case.
Oh,
different case.
Yeah.
Because you were getting, everybody wanted to sit on that sofa, But now, bro, you sitting on the sofa with Jim Jones arguing with him about your platform and who platforming the strongest and who's the bruh. That ain't what people was coming to your sofa for. Yeah, you're getting the views, but you're getting the views over Jim Jones. Jim Jones. And it ain't because it's Jim Jones, it's because you got into an argument and a disagreement about whose platform is bigger and I like Shannon Sharp, and that's my dog. I'm rooting for him right now. And he's doing what he got to go do. One thing I've seen that even though if you got something bad, if you own your own shit, you still control your own shit, you can keep it pushing. So I do think Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco and Shay Mead is going to survive this. So I've learned a lot by watching him doing this and keep it moving. But he got to weather the storm right now because he's not pulling the A-listers. Because, bruh, he had 2 C or B listers on the last 2 interviews. David Banner.
And nobody really cared.
David Banner and Jim Jones. Nobody else wanted to come on this platform.
Well, he had to bring Jim on Nightcap.
But what I'm saying, but think about this though. What I'm saying is, but David Banner is a power. People don't know David Banner's that dude.
He is.
We know that. But he ain't that dude that's going to bring you that audience.
Not that crossover.
No.
Not that crossover.
No. But a lot of people don't want to fool with Shannon Sharp because of what he's going through, you know, right now at this stage of life. So the people who are coming to him, he's getting the people who are saying, fuck it. I'm going to go there because the platform is bigger than what I have, and it still put me out there. See, this is the way this shit works. When you got a great big ass platform, the top tier people come. When your platform ain't where it need to be, but it's bigger than a platform where other celebrities may be, they'll come to your platform and lend their name to it. And you got to be able to build off of that shit. And that's what Shannon Sharp is doing. And again, I'm not mad at what he's doing because I love hearing from David Banner, right? What he was saying and the stuff he was saying.
Yeah.
But as you notice, if you listen to the interview, if you're a professional at what you're doing, what kept happening through the interview? He kept referencing that I don't agree with everything you did.
Mm-hmm. He was
however, I want to be a brother. He kept saying that. He didn't just do the interview. He made it clear about his brand, how distinct, you know what I'm saying? He didn't go into details what he was not great about, what he was disagreeing about, but it was understood that I don't fuck with you. I don't agree with what you did with that little young girl, right? That's basically what he was saying.
Yeah. That's literally.
But I'm not going to not come on your show because that's what you did, because you need people. We need to support each other when we're going through a tough time, when we make choices that's not the best choices for our career. Basically, on what he said through the whole interview, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Out of everything you heard David Banner say on the interview, he kept making sure he reiterated. I came on here not for the interview, but because my brother needed me. My brother needed this, and he was talking about this, and he was going through the little stories, but he kept reiterating the other part of it, protecting this brand, but giving Shannon Sharp the interview at the same time, which I respect, which I totally respect, right? Let me ask you this question, nephew, as we going on with the show.
Okay.
What do you think about Shannon Sharp at this point in the stage in his career?
I think he's in limbo. I think he's in limbo and he plateaued, and he has to find a way to break open a roof that he made out of concrete.
Do you think he should come clean about everything, or keep silent and keep moving?
If he innocent, I guess go through the regular process, because you coming clean. Unfortunately, even if you're right, you coming clean without going through the process might make you seem away, and it might frame you in an immediate worse outcome than it would be down the line. So like it's like speeding up the process. If he speed up the process, he might get more ridicule than if it was spread out. Because I'm trying to remember the incident, and he didn't do it, and he was adamant about it. But he wasn't on the level of no Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Jay-Z has the level and the assets to where if he say he didn't do it, he got all the resources to get it through and did it. Mm-hmm. He still had to be proven that it was right. and it came down the line that it was, but immediately he got nothing but ridicule. It was like, all right, you trying to suppress voice, you trying to speak for women. They was trying to do him that. I'm trying to think of his name. God dog.
It's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying on his on his platform. His brand has already took too much of a hit for him to just dead stuff like he's on some Jay-Z's type stuff. He's not. So he unfortunately has to deal with the process that come with it.
I think if Shannon Sharp would say, again, he's gonna do it the way he wants to. And I would love me some Shannon Sharp because of what he built and the things he's been through. I think he made some bad choices. And looking at him, if I found myself in a situation now, I'm being a Monday morning quarterback, hindsight is 2020. I definitely, what people want to hear is you say that we're going through some stuff right now. And I'm going to take accountability for what I did right and what I did wrong. And later on, after the case is over, I will be able to say more. But for right now, we're just going to keep moving while our lawyers handle the situation. Meaning that if I hurt anybody in the interim, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to keep it moving. But I do apologize for the people that I may have hurt. What I haven't heard from him is he made it sound like he was the victim.
Yeah,
when he first talked about it.
Yeah, he definitely made it seem like he was the only victim.
I don't think Shannon Sharp, and I love, like, you know me how I like Shannon, man. I'm like Stephen A. Steve Harvey 10 toes down with Shannon Sharp. But you was not the victim, bro. In this situation, you was not.
You was too old to be a victim.
You was the guy who got played in the situation in the game that you were playing, right? And you don't like that, and so you come out firing back. Not mad at that, but what Stephen A. Smith said before they released him at ESPN was correct. You should have been the last person speaking for yourself at this moment in time. Your name should have been your name. Once your name is cleared, you talk about it. But other than that, you put your legal team out there and let the representation of your legal team speak for you, and you keep doing what you need to go do. Like I do admire his tenacity to keep going with his platform.
Yeah, and
I got to give, and I will hope that you are my Ocho. I need you to be my Ocho Cinco.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Ocho ride.
How he's still
Ocho,
he's still up.
Bruh. And Ocho, you just seen Ocho face on somebody, she'd be like, bruh, this is bull. But Ocho riding, bruh, through all of it.
And that's the other thing.
I need you to be my Ocho, nephew. Good, bad, and ugly. Whatever the world is saying, I need you to be sitting in that chair. You know what I'm saying? With your jersey over the Boost Mobile, goddamn thing, because you ain't got Boost Mobile no more. I need you to ride with me, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Ocho because he was all.
Hold on, what you saying? You ain't ride?
Yeah, I got you.
Ain't gonna ride?
I got you.
You don't sound very confident in that shit. Damn, you don't sound too confident in that shit, bro.
Yeah, I
got
you.
Ride?
No, I got you on.
I'm fucked.
Oh, but no, for real though. Like, shout out to Ocho because he was all up and down through First Take,
and he ain't know
all up and down through ESPN,
and he gone now.
They don't even want to touch him,
but both of them gone. Both of them.
I don't know if he gone just yet.
He gone. Have you seen him since Shannon left?
Well, no, because I think he was up there on invite basis. I don't think he was working with them.
Right. And so again, you still ride with Shannon, so you can't ride with us. At that point in time, you got to make a choice, bro. You either ride with Shake Media or you ride with ESPN. Where you at? He's still riding with Shannon, so he can't ride with ESPN, bro. You can't ride with Disney and ride with Shannon at the same time.
Okay, different. I ain't gonna lie. But
so what you saying? You would have chose ESPN over Locking In Media?
No, because I'm part of Locking In Media.
But I'm saying you hey, you can divest your point. Like, I'm giving back that portion. I'm going to ESPN. Hey, they offered me 10 mil.
Let me go ahead and break this little 5 off for you. That's my investment.
I'll say it like this. I couldn't be mad. I'd be disappointed.
I ain't gonna do that, man.
No,
I ain't gonna do that.
Depending on your money situation, I may tell you to go on do it, though. You know what I'm saying? Listen, 10 mil, 5 me, 5 you. I ain't mad at it. 1 me, 9 you. again, you have to make your own choice. But I
No, you wouldn't just get one.
But I have to give Ocho his props. He riding with his dog.
You can tell where his principles lie.
You
can tell that.
Bro, honestly, when you look at Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco, right, it's very few times you'll see somebody who's gonna stick 10 toes down with you. Because Shannon Sharp didn't embarrass that dude and talk shit to him. You know what I'm saying? When he was late on some bullshit, like petty bullshit. Shannon Sharp didn't embarrass this dude. You done went out there and majorly fucked up Shannon, put this dude reputation, his house, and his brand in jeopardy, and this motherfucker still riding with you. That's the honest God truth. Because when Ocho was late, you motherfucking acted donkey on that dude.
You was talking on Legreasy, like you was finna go ahead and fire him.
You know what I'm saying?
Show.
And I don't know if you did that for sure, but you embarrassed that man. Now you put that dude brand and everything out there, you know what I'm saying, and put him in a situation where a lot of people are distancing themselves from your ass at this point, bro.
And they tying him to you.
And he riding with you. I'm riding with you, Unc. That's loyalty, bro.
Yeah.
Now, what does loyalty lie? I don't know, but I got the respect. I need me a Ocho in my life. I need me a Ocho in my goddamn life. Are you my Ocho?
I got you, Unc.
Your ass do not sound confident. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's
man, because I don't wish that on my friends, bro. Yeah, look out for me. Don't be my Shannon. That's what I ask. I'll be your Ocho. Don't be my Shannon.
The one thing I can promise you is I won't mess with no young girls, no kids,
no. You ain't
and no animals.
Yeah, you better not mess with.
But I'm just saying.
Me and
so when you say being your Shannon, it would definitely be with a woman. It may be with multiple.
I'll hold you down if it's multiple women.
It may be some poly shit.
Yeah. If it's on some poly stuff, I'll hold you down.
It won't be no rainbow because I don't do rainbow. I don't do Skittles.
Starburst.
I don't do no Starburst. But would it be multiple? And would it be interracial? Intercountryal?
I got you on that. Passport.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't hey, y'all don't be mad at my uncle because he well traveled.
Or if you see me bucket booty naked on a beach somewhere with a bunch of women.
That ain't
but I'm just saying, what you gonna catch me in? That's what you would catch me in. Some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It gonna be
I'll say you too old for that shit. But
that's okay. But that's what you gonna catch me in. You call me whatever you want. But I'm just saying, the shit that you gotta look forward to in your life with some shit is interracial, multiple, different countries.
Yeah, he's too old for that.
Poly? Yeah, that's me. That you know, if so,
I can't see you be out here streaking. Nah, we got a problem. No, yeah, don't worry about him. You know, at older age, you get old and senile. You feel me? He just loose. He loose with it.
Listen, I ain't signed to no network. Locking in media is lock it in. And we are media. I'm gonna show it all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
And you know, we may have to come up with the what you call it? Who had that channel? Was it Ray J? Get a channel like Ray J got.
What Ray J got?
Ray J got the channel with everything going on.
Oh man.
Ray J got all them kind of channels.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
all
let's move on.
Could.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's move on to politics.
Speaking on to my brothers and keepers and stuff like that. America needs it.
I got you though, bro. I got you.
You got me.
I'm a roll. I'm a roll with you in public. Behind closed doors, I'm gonna be cussing you out. But in public, I got you.
Oh, you a real one.
Yeah, I got you.
I ain't gonna have you with nothing crazy though.
I'm gonna roll with you in
I'll
public.
probably slap somebody.
In public, I will roll with you. Behind
crazy.
closed doors, it'd be a different story.
Well, man,
because no,
he talked to me greasy.
Because here's the thing: if you my dog, you my dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna roll with you. Now, after it was all said and done, we may not have nothing after that, bro. But in public, I got you. I'm gonna hold you down. Good. I'm not. One thing I don't like to do, especially for people who've been there in my corner, and I'm gonna say you one of those cats that's been there for 2 years, going on 3 with me. Whatever you did, I would charge it to your head and not your heart.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see you through. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Really? Anything?
I'm gonna see you through it.
So it don't have no level of egregiousness?
I'm gonna see you through it. I ain't say I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna see you through it. I'm gonna be there. I'll be there.
I'll
Yes.
speak to that
whatever it is, whatever
even
it is,
through the
I'm
egregious.
gonna see you through it because I'm your uncle.
That's crazy.
But it may be. But I'm your.
I need.
But no. But I'm your uncle, so I love you. Everybody make mistakes, or everybody do dumb shit, or everybody just do some shit that I can't fuck with you more after this. But my love for you don't change because you did some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see you through it.
Okay.
But after it's over, I don't fuck with you no more on that level. Where you were, you would never be there with me again.
Okay.
But I will see you through it because I love you. You're my nephew in real life. All things there is. And I say that all day long. You're my fucking nephew.
Well,
You got keys to my life. So I trust you. I send you shit that I never send nobody else. I give you shit that I didn't give to nobody else. If you said, Joe, I need to borrow this right here, or I need to go grab a car, I ain't gonna say shit, but go ahead.
Well.
So again, I will roll with you. Like I said, I'm gonna see you through the shit. You know me. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna say, okay. But after it's all said and done, and you gonna know going through it, you gonna know. I done fucked up and okay, he done after this.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna get you through it. Whether you going to jail or you going to cell block 1, I'm gonna be there.
Well, that's so dirty.
But I will be there.
Dirty, bro.
But no,
That's dirty.
because what I want you to understand is I love you. You fucked this up. Not me. My love for you as your uncle never changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't stop loving my nephew because you did some dumb shit. I just can't fuck with you no more because you did some dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I see it.
You
I
ain't
see
never
it.
fucked me. You have never put me in a position where your worst day, I need to back off from you. You've always, whatever I say, if I call you and say, nephew, I need you to do it for me. Okay, that's all I hear. That's all I ever hear. So I'm not gonna abandon you on your worst day, dog. Your worst time in life, I'm not gonna abandon you. I would never do that. I'm gonna take a hit, yes. I'm gonna be pissed off at you about it, yes. Are you gonna hear about it? Yes. But I will take that hit because you're my nephew, because I tied my life to you. When you go where you gotta go, I'm gonna let people know this is my nephew. I'm just not gonna drop him. I don't agree with what he did, but I'm gonna be by his side until the courts or whatever decide whatever need to happen to him. But I'm still gonna love my nephew.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go to jail for life or whatever you may have done, not knowing that I don't love you. When you sit in jail, you're like, I fucked up, but my uncle still loved me.
Yeah.
My mama still loved me. My dad still. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. When if I just okay, you're no more good to me, I'm gonna start fucking with you. No, you ain't that kind of person to me. There are people in my life that I won't fuck with because you're not good for my brand. You ain't that dude.
No.
You see what I'm saying? You ain't that dude for me. Like, you're my life. So even though my brand take a hit, I got to roll with you because I've tied you to way more than anything else. Like my brother, I'm going to ride with his ass. My blood brother, I'm going to ride with him. On worst days, I'm ride with my brother. Now, would I fuck with him again after this? The answer would be no. But would I go visit him in jail and put money on his books? That's my brother.
Got to put the bread on the books.
But that's my brother. You see what I'm saying?
Bread
So that's the difference. Like, when people start fucking with you, bro, they was never your friend. Or they never seen you on that level. There are a few people in my life that I have, no matter what they did, I may not agree with you, but I'm going to see you through that point. I'll be that face for you. People going to know I don't agree with you, but I'm not going to abandon you because of what you did, because at the end of the day, people still going to tie me to you.
True. Very much true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's about, do I save myself or do I stay true to who the fuck I am? And I don't give a damn. I'm always going to be Joe Lockett at the end of the day. If you nephew today, you nephew tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But nephew just may be in jail and I can't fuck with you anymore after that. You see what I'm saying? That's just the way that rolls. But anyway.
Make t-shirts. Free my nephew.
No, I'm not going to do that. If you're guilty, you're guilty, bro. If you're guilty, I'm going to say send your ass to jail now. I'm not going to protect you from wrongdoings. Like I said, I'll be there for you. But I'm not. If you're wrong, dog, you need to go to jail.
All righty. Yeah, this is a good segue. Didn't know it was gonna get into his emotional bag, but hey, this is a good segue right here. So, you staying with America, bro?
Am I staying with America always?
Are you staying with America?
I'm always American first.
America. So in recent and current news, because this is a world event at this point. We dropped the bomb, y'all. Pun unintended.
Okay, Gap Band. You dropped the
Bomb on me, baby. Yeah. Donald Trump recently he dropped a bomb over there in Iran, right?
Mhm.
If I'm not mistaken. It
Yeah.
was at a nuclear facility, suspected nuclear facility.
Three nuclear facilities.
On 3.
Mhm.
Since the Iran, they go by president over there, right?
The Iranians have actually attacked a base in Qatar.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Hold on, not before that part. I was trying to build up to that one.
Okay.
But I mean, we already into it now. Let's go ahead and free fall it. The Iran president and their country have responded. This is current news as we speak.
Mhm.
They have responded and they hit what base?
They hit a base in Qatar.
Base in Qatar.
They shot missiles at the base in Qatar. The Qatar defense system was able to take out their missiles before they hit the base, so no Americans were actually harmed, or anybody was actually harmed in their attacks.
That's good news there. I guess wherever you can place it.
The question is, are we going to retaliate against them because they attacked the American base? They attacked it, but they attacked the American base where no Americans were harmed. There's still an open thing right now. We don't know what President Trump is going to do about this, because President Trump said that they need to, when he did the attack, he went on the news and went on his social media site, True Justice, whatever he called his site.
Yeah, he
True Justice, whatever, and he said that you got this, got it up.
I'm looking for it. I see his
he
post.
Tweeted, he posted
his tweet
out,
is congratulations world, it's time for peace.
Okay, he also went out before that, after he said, that we did this, it's time for peace, not time for negotiations, blah 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 blah. And if you retaliate, it's going to be even worse. Well, the people did retaliate, but no Americans were hurt. So the question is now for Americans and for us in the United States and for the Israelis and for the Iranian people, is there going to be a retaliation from the Americans because the Iranians retaliated about what we did to them on attacking what would be allegedly their nuclear facilities? That's a lot to digest.
That's too much to digest.
And so what I would tell the American people, me being prior military, with me being a prior radio talk show political analyst,
politically educated.
Politically educated is what I do. This is the time for us not to take a side, but to pray. Honestly. Because taking a side at this point is not going to help the families that could be lost potentially in the future, whether it's your son or somebody else's son or daughter. It is up for God to judge whether the Israelis, the Iranians, or President Trump were wrong and right in their actions of what they did with missiles, bombings to each other. They were chosen through the electoral system in each different country. And so each country have to live with the consequences of their votes. And so do we. Where this goes further in the country, I pray for our country. I pray for our president. I pray for everybody involved, nephew. I don't want us to escalate this any further. I hope nothing No lives were lost at this point to my knowledge. And if you ever been through war, which I have, it's not something that we want to see. I was in Desert Storm where a lot of my friends didn't go home. I was fortunate enough to come back. So I pray for our country, and I pray for the other countries that we can find a peaceful resolve to where we are right now with this situation that's escalating. This is not about Trump or the other leaders of the countries. This is about finding a peaceful resolution so we can move on with our lives. Because basically what you see now is ego about who can do what and posturing about who said what, and the diplomacy of, you know, who said and then who struck first and who didn't strike. And because you did this, you know what I'm saying? It's three men with a lot of power making decisions for a lot of people who don't want none of this to happen. Let me just say that. It's three men with a lot of power making a lot of decisions for millions of people who don't want war. And hopefully these three men can sit down and figure out a way, nephew, to compromise and figure out a peace strategy going forward. No harm, no foul, no life, no loss. This is what we're going to do, and we can make it happen. What we have to be careful of, nephew, is China and Russia. They see an opportunity of greatness in this. And if they side with the right people, they can go to war with Iran and cause World War III with everybody else if they see a place where they can win it. Because I'm listening to Vladimir Putin today. He's siding with China on some things. China is siding with Iran. We're in terrorists and battles and disagreements with who?
Both. Well,
all these folks, right?
All of them.
And Donald Trump right now, because of the tariffs that he's done, he's in flex, and you know he's in flux with all the countries, even the Canadians. And the question would be now, who's going to come help us if we need it? If we're bombed tomorrow, right? Who's going to come help the United States of America?
Nobody.
I don't know that to be true, but it can be true because of the current environment that we find ourselves in under the current regime that we find ourselves under in our country. So we're in a very weird space right now where we're fighting financially and we went out and bombed somebody in a foreign country where we find ourselves where if they decide to retaliate and other countries decide to retaliate against us, and I see the United States, what I seen with the parade that we had, that don't look good. And I'm not knocking President Trump. I'm knocking where we are as a country and what I see and what we understand where we are right now. We've been in peace for a long time.
I can't knock both.
You know
I can't knock both.
Because I'm looking at this right now like, nephew, yeah, we have a big military, but are we as powerful as we need to be as America? I think we will fight when it's time to fight, yes. But are our troops trained to where they need to be, where we used to be at a time? No. Are we where China troops are and Korean and those guys that have been going out to battle every single day? No.
That's my other point. Why this is irritating. We have been in a privileged position for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
While others have only thrived under being in a desperate one, even if it wasn't even as bad.
Mm-hmm.
They convinced they not America. You get how really messed up that is to be in a privileged position so long to where now you're privilegedly vulnerable.
And we are. I'm saying this as an American who loves this country. we can get got by the right person if we're not careful. Is my point.
And we picked the chance. Yeah, it ain't even just a you. We picked this dude, so it's a we now.
Yeah, that's our president. President Trump is my president.
We picked the chance to piss off two of the global powers that basically run half the world, if not a good majority, maybe 75.
Yeah.
A legit 75.
That part.
And they just so happen to might want to back who you think you big dogging. That's why, and what's even worse on top of that, golly, what's even worse on top of that, not only would they might want to back the dude that you think you bigger than, they already know that your own people don't even ride with you. This ain't just some TikTok crap. This is going through where you'll see the memes. Oh man, this generation looking at this one, or you'll see them and be like, man, we stupid, and we just laughing watching while popcorn is eating. No, there's half of the country that literally feels like this and just makes the joke out of it. And what's the best jokes? The ones with truth in it.
Mm-hmm.
We the best joke right now. And it's too much truth in it because we already see, if you're taking everybody else in the world's point of view, we already see you willing to deport your own people just because they look away. We already see that y'all lazy and half of y'all don't really want to work for real, and you use the military as a last resort. So we know y'all ain't built for it. And you dealing with folks that only convince themselves that we are in a desperate mode right now, and we are willing. Because if you think they ain't willing to go farther because they see you comfortable, bruh, that's the pissed off point. You feel me?
Here's the thing. What I'm afraid of, nephew, and I agree with you on everything you're saying now, and I'm gonna piggyback and up it a little bit. In real time, in real life, here's the problem that I see with our country right now, in our great country. The lies that we allow our politicians to get away with here in America is not going to stand on the world stage when it comes to other countries. They're going to call your bluff. They're going to show you where you're wrong at, and they're going to prove you wrong. And that's the, you know what I'm saying? Because when you allow somebody to lie and tell you that it's white when it's actually black, or blue when it's actually red, and nobody says nothing to you, you actually believe your shit don't stink, right? When I listened to our president speak the other day about what he did, without any confirmation of knowing whether those sites was truly taken out 100%, that they don't have any more nuclear capability. He prematurely said these things, right? Without the intel. And then come to the center stage on a global stage where these people can prove that you're wrong in what you're saying. And you can say all day to your people back home that you did this and you did this, but when on a world stage, when people are saying that you're wrong and other countries start to believe the other people over you, right?
Yeah.
And they start to see through your lie and start to understand that what you said was red is really blue, and they really can prove that it's blue, and more people start believing that it's blue than it's red. That's the problem that I see in this country for us, because we have allowed our politicians over the time to lie to us so much and support them even in their wrong, that they're going out on now and they're going out on a global stage and telling these lies too. And I think eventually that's going to come to bite us in our behind if we don't come to a peaceful resolution at this point in time. Because I just think, for me, honestly, whether it was another country or our country, nephew, having a guy that's 78 years old with everything on his plate. He's 78 years old with all this stuff from terrorists to what he got going on in the United States of America, from Elon Musk to his insider, he firing and hiring people, to now what he got going on an international global stage right now, bro. It's too much for the average 78-year-old man. Not saying Trump. I'm just saying a man or woman that's 78 years old, bro, your capacity can only handle so much.
Yeah.
And then when you got people around him that's yes men and women that's not going to tell him the truth and let him believe the bubble that he's in. I don't give a fuck if it's Trump or whatever, but if you're in a bubble where everybody agrees with you, even though they know you're wrong and they're talking back, and they're looking at you knowing that it's wrong, that puts us as a country in danger.
Yeah.
And that's what I worry about for us, because I'm not it's not a political black or white thing, or I hate Trump or whatever. But what we're seeing is, y'all, come on. Some of the stuff, if any other man was saying what Donald Trump was saying, bro, if anybody else was saying what he was saying, right? We're gonna drop more bombs. We're gonna do the most bombs in the world. If anybody else was saying this, you would say that this guy was illiterate, he can't speak, and why he's the leader of our country. I'm not talking bad about my president, but I'm just saying, because Trump have put himself in this position to become our president of the United States of America, people are rolling with him because he's the president. I get it. However, come on, nephew, there comes a time that, and this is what people don't realize, man. The best way to say this is when reality hits, reality going to hit you. When your son or daughter is on one of those bases and that bomb hits and Trump tell you that nobody was harmed and you know your daughter's no longer here, your son is no longer here, what are you going to say?
Yo, man.
Huh? No, seriously. Because that's what's going to happen.
No, for real.
Right?
For
you
real.
know that your baby ain't coming home ever again, but you're going to hear your president on TV saying nothing happened, you did nothing.
Like, and just write your loved one off as a casualty of war. Or potential at this point.
Or he going to say, like he said, they knew what they signed up for. This part of the course. Right? This is the thing that you have to think about when we are covering for something that's insidious and we know that it's wrong. Again, y'all do what y'all want to. I'm just saying, I just think we're getting to get into a dangerous area where every man and woman, if it was Hillary, Clinton, Obama, Bush, Reagan, they need to be held accountable. Shoot. Trump,
what's
for the right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't he bomb somebody too? Obama.
Everybody has done it, but not to the point where someone is fired on our basis, where they have fired on us. We're at a place right now where the current president is taking actions without consulting Congress, which has not been the first time it's been done, but he's doing it in a hostile environment in Congress, in the United States, where we are right now politically, financially, spiritually, morally, constitutionally,
publicly,
right? Publicly, we're in a crisis.
All the leads.
Of what this looked like for this. I'm going to say for this presidential environment that we find ourselves in, right?
We are a walking hypocrite state from the catchphrase they love to use. I remember back in the 2000s.
Well,
united we stand, divided we fall.
I'm going to say this right now with President, all the tough talk he talk about America first. He's not going to get in a plane. He's not going to put a rifle in his hand.
No, he probably can't.
And so, for all the stuff that you're saying that you want us to do and thanking the troops, and for some of the stuff that I've seen the current president do, that I've seen that are disrespectful to the troops, let's just see where this goes, man. Because again, I don't want to talk against my president. He's my president. I want to root for him because he's for our country, I hope. You know what I'm saying? And I pray for our country, right? And when he says America first, I hope he understands that America didn't get here by themselves and we need other people. We can't fight the world by ourselves. And you can't go off, you know what I'm saying, pissing off everybody across the border and then thinking that because you're America and you're Trump, that everybody's going to bow down to you. I don't believe that's going to happen on the world stage. Putin got his own country. Canada got their own country. China got their own country. Iran and Israel got their own country. These folks already told you, we don't play that, homie. Right? And the people that are in danger right now, because of the decision that our administration, the current administration is making, is all of us, and especially the 40,000 troops that we have that's in those bases, that's in that theater over there.
Yeah.
Right. We got over 40,000 troops in that area over there, and 10,000 troops that was bombed on yesterday and this morning. And so even though we don't have any casualties at this point, now it's a wait and see game of what our current president is going to do. Is he going to retaliate because they did what they did, or he's going to sit down and try to have peace meetings with these folks and let this thing go? I don't know, nephew. With the way President Trump goes right now, I have no idea what the hell is going to happen. Only thing I'm going to say is I'm going to pray for our country. I'm going to pray for the other countries that we can find a peaceful resolve, because nobody's son or daughter should not come home over this foolishness. Because right now, what are we beefing over? Do Iran have nuclear capabilities? No. Netanyahu have said this for a decade, for a couple of years now, and 1 week is 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 1 year. There was in 2018, 2019, 2015. This guy been saying the same thing, and they still haven't had nuclear capabilities, right? So they're lying too. That lie has led to a guy that said, now we're going to bomb you, right? Your supposed nuclear facilities. And now this is where we find ourselves at. And now Trump said we're not going to put ourselves in the middle of a catastrophe, but you went on and bombed sites. And where's the evidence that they actually had nuclear capabilities? I mean, I'm just asking, where's the evidence that they had the nuclear capabilities that you said they had?
In his head. In his head.
But because you said it, we should believe it. And now that you went out and bombed, now we got to take the consequences because of what you believe. I don't know, nephew. I don't know. We'll see.
Shoot. I don't know either. On that note, hope you guys like the news.
It's a Joe Likey show, baby. It was definitely a messy Monday.
Shoot.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all tune into Coffees and Conversations on Wednesday. We got the one and only award-winning journalist, CEO of Carmine Communications. If you've seen her on the world stage, Rhonda Robertson will be on the Coffees and Conversations, having coffee with your boy. It's gonna be fun.
Auntie Rhonda.
She's gonna be in the building, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all stay locked in for that. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.